Revit's origins are actually in kind of facilities management software. You know, big American hotel chains would take the software to help them kind of catalogue what they had in their buildings. You know, when things needed replaced and when things needed redecorated and stuff like that. So it's really good in dealing with kind of layouts and kind of organising them and scheduling things. So let's have a look at how you add room names and room schedule information and a colour scheme to that as well, so we can colour the uses of the rooms in a bit more ordered way. So this is the level 0 plan, and things are looking a wee bit untidy. We've got a few too much stuff going on here, so I'm going to take away this dimension string and unconstrain that and take away these dimensions. I'm going to hide this callout block, so hide in view elements, and this section was really only created for the benefit of helping us draw the profile around the stair opening, so I'm going to hide that as well. Okay, I'll leave these constraint dimensions on just now, keep those sitting there. Okay, so I'm going to tidy up the first floor plan as well. I'm going to make the first floor room a bit bigger. This lobby here is really to control the kind of draft kind of coming into the main space, so at level 1 you wouldn't necessarily need that. So let's go to level 1 plan and take away these doors and take away the walls. Okay, we're still seeing some lines here because these are on the ceiling plan. So if we go to the level 1 ceiling plan, and I can remove that portion. Okay, and I can edit the boundary for this ceiling. Just drag the line across, and notice how Revit kind of cleverly keeps the alignment of the wall there. Okay, so we tidied up the ceiling at ground floor, so while we're here we may as well do it to the top floor as well. So we'll align to the grid line, and once again to the grid line. So that looks a bit tidier. Okay, so we're ready to just check this. So the level 1 plan is looking down through and seeing the level 0 plan. Okay, you adjust that on the properties. Okay, so we're looking for the kind of underlay level. Okay, so the base level here for the underlay, we can go to none, and we shouldn't see that information showing up now. So that looks a bit tidier. And I'll get rid of the section marker here as well. Okay, so we've got those plans a bit cleaner now. We'll come back to the level 1 plan in a second. So we want to add room names to these now. So you go to the architecture ribbon and pick the room tag. Okay, so this is a pretty major room here, so let's place that one. Okay, and I'll put these kind of in area hierarchy. So take room 2 here. This is the next biggest room, room 3. These two are about the same size, so we'll have 4 and 5. Okay, and then we've got some circulation here. We've got a couple of lobbies. So 6 is a lobby, 7 is the same type of space, so we'll put this one in. And notice how they try and align each other with each other. So all these little things help make a drawing look much tidier. And then finally we'll put in one for the corridor. Okay. Alright, so these 3 are circulation spaces, and so is this really. Okay, you can't actually put desks under here, there's not enough head height. So what you can use there is a room separator. So even though it's the same kind of volume, you can separate into different uses. So I'm going to basically draw kind of like demarcating Okay, we'll need to add in some more room separator lines here. Okay, and bring it back to the wall. And just watch what happens to the area once I do this third line. It should adjust the area automatically. So it's basically chopped that area out. So press escape there, and we can add a final room marker into there. So room tag for this one. Okay, so you can edit these room names on the plan. So let's just do a few of them, and then we'll do the editing in a slightly different way. So let's say that this is room number 101. So it's floor 1, room 01. Okay, and this is the sales office. Okay, so this would be room 1-09, and this is the staircase. Okay, so we would carry on. So let's say this is 1-02, and it is the meeting room. And over here, we'll just put another one in, say 1-03, and this is the sales exec. So it's the kind of sales team leader. Okay, so you could carry on and put all that information in there, but what these don't carry is the kind of usage or the kind of department that these are related to, or the kind of general usage. So these three, would be called lobby and corridor, but really they're circulation spaces. So how do you say what the kind of general use of that space is? So what you can do is add the information directly to your to your room schedule. So I'll just put this to one side so we can see it building up as we go. So down in your project browser, in the schedules and quantities area, you should have automatically a room schedule. Okay, so we'll just bring that up so we can see about half of the plan as we go. Okay, and at the moment it's only showing the actual room numbers, so that's not really enough information. So what we want to add is more fields to this. So you click on the Edit Fields button, and we will want the room name. Next, then the department. This is the really useful one that helps you do the colour scheme. Okay, and then let's say we want the area of the room as well. And lastly, let's say we want the length of the perimeter of each room, so we can work out trunking or cabling. Okay, click OK. So that puts in what it can glean from the drawing so far. So we've typed in a few uses for those rooms, a few names for those rooms, I should say, not uses. Okay, so let's do the names first. So number 4. Okay. So this is a sales office. So because we've already typed the word sales office, it becomes something we can choose. Okay, so notice that's gone straight onto the plan. Okay, number 5 is a sales office as well. Number 6 is a lobby. We haven't typed that yet, so we add it now. So I'll get rid of the word room. Okay, and now that we've typed it, it's selectable. So this one can be the lobby. So automatically putting everything straight through. Okay, we haven't written the word corridor yet, so that's now a selectable item. Okay, and departments. Okay, we haven't typed any departments yet, so let's say we have a sales department. The meeting room, this can be shared between other people. So let's say it's a shared space. Sales exec is going to be sales, as are the next two offices. The rest of these are all circulation. Okay. So we it's quite important to kind of minimize the amount of circulation in a building. You're not looking for too much. So clients, you want to know how much space is getting wasted on circulation. You can't really rent out circulation space to anybody. Okay, now that looks pretty good, but the meter squared areas here are rounded a bit strongly. Okay, and the length of the perimeters here is in millimeters, so these read a bit awkward with big numbers. So we want to tweak this a little bit. Oh, one thing we haven't done here is change these. So it'll be 1-0. So I'll copy that so I can use it on each name. 1-0. So it's really quick and quick and accurate. All the information is straight onto the plan. Okay, and each time you pick a space, notice that it highlights on the drawing. Now, if you took one of these away, well, let's just do this as an example. If I take a room name away, okay, it warns you that it's taken it away, but it hasn't taken it away from the schedule. Okay, so it's gone from the plan, but it's still here on the schedule. So what you need to do there, if you do want to get rid of something, is highlight all of the entries there, right click that and delete row, and that clears it away properly. Okay, so I'll just undo that so it comes back. I don't want to lose that. Okay, so like I was saying, we need to make this tweak the units here. Okay, so that would be in the sorting and grouping area initially. So you edit that, and I want to know what the totals are. Okay, and then in the formatting, the area field, I want to see the total, calculate the total. Field formatting, this is where the units are determined. So field format, don't use the project settings. Okay, we'll use square meters, that's okay, but the rounding is a bit strong, so let's take it to 2 decimal places. Okay, and similarly the perimeter, I'll ask it to give me the total, but the field format, don't use project settings, use meters, and we'll have a rounding of 2 decimal places again, and OK. OK to finish, and it does the maths and tidies everything up. So that's ground floor done very quickly, much less of a chore than that ever would be. So we can do the first floor in a similar way. So we go to the level 1 plan. Okay, let's just size it to that same. And we want our room tags. Put that one in. I'm not going to put one in here because that circulation's kind of already been counted. So I'm going to leave that one out. Okay, we've got a few less rooms here because we don't have the divisions and the lobbies in this area. Okay, and lastly we've got corridor. Pop that there. Okay, now notice it's just picked up on the numbering. It's kind of trying to be helpful, but really these are second floor rooms. Okay, so let's zoom out a little bit so I can see the big one. Okay, so this one is 2-01, so it's the second floor, and this would be, say, the admin office. Okay, so notice it's going straight in as before. Okay, so let's do the rest from the schedule. It's a bit easier. So the admin office is part of the administration department. Let's put full word in. Okay, and we need to correct all of these, so this will be 2-02, and it's the admin exec. Once again, forget to administration. 2-03. Oh, getting things wrong there. 2-03 is the admin exec. It's top of the list. Admin exec. 2-02. Let's say that's staff room. So this would be a shared space, and the admin exec would be in the administration department. Okay, then we've got an admin office. Okay, 2-04. Admin. Okay, 2-05. It's an admin office again. Administration department. And lastly, 2-06 is a corridor, and this is circulation. Okay, and everything's been adding up, totting up as we've gone all the way through. So really, really easy. Okay, I don't need to keep the room schedule open just now. I can close that. Okay, now the way things work with layouts is whatever you add to these basically is going to go straight through to the layout. So if I add the color scheme to this, it's kind of stuck on my level 0 plan, so it's probably wise to duplicate these views and then add your color schemes. So let's see how that works. So right click level 0, duplicate view with detailing. Okay, so this will be, we'll rename this to level 0 color. Okay, we'll do the same for level 1. We'll duplicate it with detailing and rename it to color as well. Okay, that way it doesn't matter what we do to this, we can still go back to the original plan and it'll be editable. Okay, to add the color scheme, we need to kind of tell it that we're wanting to use a color scheme initially. So you kind of define the scheme and then apply it. So on the rooms and area panel, find the color schemes. We'll organize this one by rooms. Okay, it's giving us a color scheme already. It's a bit drab, but we can edit this whenever we need to. Okay, so apply that and OK. Now it hasn't put it onto the drawing yet, it's just kind of created it in the background. Okay, and then to add that to the drawing, to the level plan, you go to annotate and add the color fill legend. Okay, so just click in somewhere convenient, just in this top corner is probably safe, and it's saying, well, which of the color schemes do you want to use? It was our rooms one, and it's just confirming that that was sorted by department. Okay, maybe pull that down a wee bit into that gap. Okay, and we would do the same on the ground floor copy, which is level 0 color. Okay, add the color fill legend using the rooms scheme. Okay, so the departments, it only shows the departments that are at this level. It doesn't show the admin one on ground floor, and it doesn't show the sales one on the first floor. Okay, if we think that's a bit drab, then this can be edited. Okay, if you double click that, then edit scheme, and we can make this a little nicer. So let's just go for a kind of a pastel shades. Make that a bit weaker. Okay, let's have a yellowish shade for this one. Make sure it isn't yellow. Okay, I'll do a green in this one, but just a lighter green. And finally, this very drab grey. Let's go for a purple, but a much weaker one. Kind of a very more like a mauve. Okay, really easy to recolor. So if you do add different uses, it's much easier to edit the whole thing. So that should have changed on both levels. So I'm on level 0 color at the moment, so level 1 color similarly is being adjusted to suit. Okay, we do need a room separator here though, where one thing we did forget to do there. So back on architecture, room separator, and let's go say for this point here. Okay. Room separator. Okay, that's better. Take that out. Okay, so if we look at our layout, if we have a look at our sorry, I keep calling it layout, I'm harking back to AutoCAD. It's our sheet, so it's Revit 1. Okay, at the moment we've got the kind of previous version of the plan, the uncolored one. So let's just take those views away, and instead we'll put the colored view on there. So level 0 color, okay, and level 1 color. We should be able to get those in line. That looks good. Okay, and the good thing about using a duplicate view is that it doesn't matter what you do with the scale of this one. So if I change this to 1 to 20, say, then it shouldn't have any effect on my layout. Okay, watch what happens if I change the level 0 color to 1 to 20. Totally ruins the layout. Okay, so that's why having duplicate views is very worthwhile. It's 1 to 100. Okay, now we might be able to squeeze the accommodation schedule on there. It's always something that, at the early stages of a project, it's useful to have that information available. So we'll see if the room schedule will fit. It's a bit ugly looking, but maybe a bit of space on these. It's really the name is the one that's causing the squeeze there. I'm not sure if we can enlarge the whole thing overall. Yeah, we can give it a little bit more space here and there, so let's just drag these out a bit. That looks a bit better. Okay, we'll just put that, sneak that on. Okay, really handy, and everything's tying together. Let's push it up a bit. Okay, we created a callout earlier on, so instead of this 3D view, let's put the 3D callout on that we did. So that was a 3D staircase. So it's a bit on the small side, so let's edit it first, see what size. Oh, 1 to 200, no wonder. So we'll go 1 to 100. Okay, and we don't want to see the box, but we turn that off, and we don't want to see these room separators either. So you hide in view category, go back to the sheet, pull in the 3D view now. So it's 3D staircase. That's going to look a bit better. So line up the titles there. Yeah, that looks much more apart. Okay, we've got a section here that's showing a line around it as well. So that can be right-clicked, hide in view element, so we don't see that. So that's looking a bit tidier. Okay, so that kind of covers room naming and colour schemes and the room scheduling. So hope that's been useful.